Working in a hospital setting for a lot of years, one of the things I noticed was that physicians often, because they wore the lab coat, had the clipboard, the keys, and a stethoscope, commanded huge authority. Now, what that meant for clients sometimes is clients who had issues with authority didn't like doctors. And doctor would say, "This is medicine, I want you to take it. It's good for," well, they wouldn't say it was good for you. "Take the medicine, don't call me." And then what would happen is they would take the medicine and they'd have bad side effects. Well, some of the physicians in the ER said, "Bob, you work in mental health. I know that this medicine shouldn't be having this effect on people. Would you talk to them?" I said, "Sure." So we did kind of like a little pilot study. We took 10 of the people that had side effects from the medicine. We gave them appointments to meet with me. And I would look at the medicine. I would say, "Now, who gave you this?" "The doctor." "Wow. This is a medicine that they only give people when they really want them to get better. This is a medicine that a good physician would probably order, but not necessarily one that wasn't so good. I'm not surprised you're having some side effects, but I'm not surprised either that it will work." "Really? My assumption is that if the doctor gave you this, he must care about you." "You know, I thought he didn't. He never had time for me." And they would take the medicine and the side effects would go away. You see, most people have side effects from not being loved. And how they're not loved, they carry into their relationships to prove to you that the relationship isn't going to work because they're not loved enough. What if you make the basic assumption that there's enough love to go around that's coming through you and that whatever you want to do, you can do? Oh, that really changes things. How many of us have been in a relationship where we've waited for the other shoe to drop? Sometimes it takes years. Sometimes you have to loosen the laces to get it to happen. But you'll do whatever it takes to get the other shoe to drop, to be able to be right about how it's not going to work. The day after they leave, "Come back. What happened? It wasn't that bad." What made it so bad was I was spending all my good time worrying about how bad it was going to be. And boy, I worked up a lot of bad in me, all about what's bad's going to happen. So the hero on the hero's journey understands all of this and keeps heading toward the prize. And nothing can deter that person from the prize, which means everything becomes a resource. And when everything in your life becomes a resource for you to accomplish what you want to accomplish, then your life works very differently than when everything that happens in your life is an obstacle that's evidence why you should have stayed home and quit in the first place. I love in the old S training in the 70s, the thing they used to say to us was, when you have a great idea, the first thing that will happen is all the information against that idea will show up. And I said, "Yeah, I know." And they said, "And your job is to overcome all those obstacles so you can get on with a great idea. The evidence that's against the great idea has nothing to do with how great the idea is. It's just what shows up while you're trying to maintain the status quo." Most of us would like to have a miracle idea without having to do any of the miracle work. It just feels good to have that miracle. I'm getting ready for a miracle. Really? What do you got? Nothing. How long I don't have to prepare. You got to meditate? No. Not going to fast? No. I'm expecting a miracle, and it's enough. And about a month later, how'd the miracle go? It never happened, but I'm waiting for another one. Go buy a lottery ticket. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. Only have to spend $1 and don't have to do a single thing, and I get to feel good anyway. See, the truth is we have to feel good because of the action of our mind and then the coherence of the steps that we're taking in that direction. And then our lives change amazingly. Until that happens, what happens is there's no action. There's an idea, and a lot of our ideas are simply to make us feel good while we're not doing anything. And so the shift in living in the light is not dreaming, but putting our dreams into action, living our dreams out loud, living our dreams like there's nothing else to do except to be on this hero's journey. So go with me now in the silence and know with me, each of us is on a hero's journey. This is an extraordinary journey, and any obstacle that we've seen or felt or noticed is a thing that we can get over, get past, get on top of, and get beyond. And so, in fact, there are no real obstacles. There are simply directions given to us that will help us align ourselves with that divine and perfect action. And so we here, right now, know together, we are infinite possibility. We are divine mind woven into consciousness in such a way that everything we've hoped for already is so, and all we need to do is claim it. We are aware now and awake now, conscious now, and we love fully, knowing that God in us, through us, can and will do exactly what our consciousness has decided. And so we make a bigger decision now. We head in a greater direction than we've ever headed. We have greater clarity and more light. And for this we are grateful. And we continue with grand and wondrous excitement, knowing it is true. And because it is true, we can say together, and so it is.